Hi, I'm Cameron Strabbing, the Demand and Order Manager for EP Rental, and I have here with me Brandon Lynn. Before we jump in, if you could introduce yourself, and I heard you have a new team also, so could you give us your background and kind of some information on your new team?
Yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Brandon Lynn. I'm the Global Business Development Director in Electric Power. I've been at Caterpillar for almost 20 years. I started in the shop as a machinist, went to night school and got my degree, and I've been in electric power for the last 5 years. My team is focused on solving our customers' biggest energy challenges. I'm sure you see it on the news all the time, but demand is not going down for energy, and somebody's got to help, so that's what we're here to do.
So great, it sounds like your new group is working hand in hand with customers, not only providing power, but looking at more of their needs and specifically what they want out of our products. What led to that vision from your group, and how have you kind of tailored some of your solutions for your customers?
When we think about the vision and why we're here doing what we're doing, a big part of that is because of how fast the energy market's changing.
Right.
So we had to do something different, and our focus was to get closer to the customers so that we could understand what those needs were so that we could build the right kinds of solutions. We've been really great, I would argue world class, at delivering amazing products over the last 100 years. What we haven't spent as much time on is having individual conversations with customers directly, listening to what their needs are so that we can design solutions that work for them. So if you think about things like switchgear, enclosures, after treatment, what's your emissions plan? There's a lot of interesting things that go into customers needing power other than just what's your lead time and availability.
Right. And you're having those customer conversations and kind of approaching it differently when it comes to solution-based conversations. How do you approach differentiating Caterpillar from the other competitor product?
Yeah, I try to focus on what we're good at versus focusing on the competitors. But the things that we do better than anyone else is spending time getting to know them, getting to know their needs and their requirements, and then building that solution around what they need. And so we're taking a long-term view of this energy landscape. If you think about some of the biggest constraints in the market, it's availability and access to power, products, and services and solutions. So the more transparent of a conversation we can have, the better we can plan for the future.
Right. And I know you're looking long term, and that's great. But I know you've run into some scenarios where you have near term where reliability, dependability, and availability of product is important. Do you have a recent example of where, it was a high stakes conversation and they needed power and you're able to provide it for them?
Yeah, I mean, I think that happens just about every day,
Yeah.
Cameron. But, you know, it, one of the really exciting examples that we like to talk about is we had a customer that wasn't a traditional power producer. They were in an adjacent market. They went to they came to Caterpillar and they came to Solar Turbines, and they asked us to help solve some of their solutions and problems. And because we've got such a breadth of products and services, we were able to package those in a way that met their delivery timelines, their cost timelines, that helped them stay under the emissions limits. And we worked a lot of those problems in parallel instead of just in a straight line.
Right. And that takes a lot of teamwork, collaboration, communication, not only internally with CAT, but with the customers. And it's exciting to have a new group that's kind of bringing it all together. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, I would just say if you're out there watching and you need help figuring out where you're going to get power from, don't hesitate to reach out. We're happy to get involved. We'd love to get involved as early as possible,
Right.
and at least provide some suggestions to some of your power needs.
Right. So thank you for joining us. Thank you all for watching. Don't be afraid to contact your CAT expert.
Thank you.